I was saying as we started that it's every actor in Hollywood in Dune, but you.
I know. Well, Oscar was saying I could play one of the big worms, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. Let me know.
I want to start by saying how much I enjoyed this movie. It is a great film. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm out.
That's all. That's really all I need.
That's really all I need.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, clearly.
Right. I actually wanted to bring up something actually a little more serious. There's been a lot of talk in the last few days about Netflix movies and Oscars, and a lot of people are debating it. I'm of the opinion that a Netflix movie absolutely should be eligible for an Oscar if it plays for a week in a theater. Have you heard about this controversy? Do you have any sort of thoughts on that?
There are a lot of people with different opinions. I mean, there's people who feel like a 4-week window is, there's a movement within some people at the Academy who say it should be 4 weeks. In France, you can't get a theatrical release, I think, until you have a 39-month window. So there's a whole spectrum of people, and obviously Netflix has to figure out the relationship with Cannes because they don't want, Cannes, again, the French have been very proprietary about showing films that are going to be on streaming services and preserving what they feel is the integrity of the cinema writ large. I think it's one of these things that's a question that's just ongoing and hasn't been resolved yet. Technology is changing, movies are changing, the way people watch movies is changing, and I think it'll shake out and then it'll change again. The movie business has evolved through silent movies, talkies, color. People thought television was going to destroy movies, and that movies were going to destroy radio. Ultimately, I feel like great stories by great storytellers like Alfonso Cuarón, among others who are working for Netflix, and are what people want to see. I think probably more important than the platform.
Anything? Yeah. That is the best answer. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Right.
I work my balls off, and this guy gets the fucking approval.
You're welcome.
Right.
All right. Brevity. I got it. All right.
I figure you've been asked a lot of the same questions today. I'm going to try to throw something you have not been asked, which is getting to work with Guy Norris. He is a tremendous second unit director, and I love that he's always about doing it practically without CGI. Can you talk a little bit about collaborating with him and the experience of making this film?
I think particularly the vehicle work we got to do towards the end of the film. They came up with this whole rig that was like this little go-kart track around the truck that we were in, and the camera would just spin around that thing. I think it was done with magnets and like this, kind of like the old little racing cars with the electric.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, it was incredible. And so we would actually be in the car. Pedro was driving the truck. Charlie was right next to him. I'm in the back. We're shooting these, full loaded blanks. And this camera was just spinning around us. And then Guy had these amazing drivers just like flying off these dunes. And it was amazing to be a part of that and to see the way that he would work and then watch it on the screen. He's incredible.
If stuff feels, he's definitely a proponent, as you said, of if stuff feels in camera, it's gonna, I think, feel more urgent, more immediate. And you can do a ton of effects like First Man, which I think won the Oscar for effects. They made it all feel very real. It felt like it wasn't plastic. It wasn't just a bunch of CG. It was very immediate and urgent and real. And that seemed to be Guy's philosophy. And I to my personal taste.
I already got to go. Congratulations on the movie.